deputizing Dr. William Ruto. And on the front page of gazeti la Taifa Leo kuna habari mbili pale. Ya kwanza zungumzia Rigathi, anasema Rigathi aanza kufunikwa. Tutaangazia hiyo baadaye. Lakini pale chini kuna habari inasema daktari na profesa wataweza mtihani mgumu kabla ya 2027. Tuanzie hapo, Bwana Kisia. Now we have a professor as a deputy president, deputizing a PhD holder. And this, I think, is the most academically learned presidency we've ever had in Kenya. And it comes at a time when we're facing very unique problems with the rollout of SHIF university funding model. So many things that are not working. Are we in a better position now that we have a professor as deputizing a doctor?
Fred, of course, as you've said, this is the most educated presidency that we've ever had since independence, but it is the most inexperienced presidency in terms of leadership and management. Kithure, you cannot actually say that he has a wealth of managerial experience or leadership experience. Ruto has been in politics, yes, for a long time, but it doesn't really pan out. But what I must say, Fred, is that the behavior of this presidency can be summed up with what we saw happening in the last few days. These people behaved like witch doctors or night runners who tweeted Kenyans to a Simon Makonde moment. Okay? Because you saw the speed and efficiency at which things were executed. And the question people are asking is, can they use the same efficiency and speed and effectiveness in dealing with the challenges that Kenyans are facing? Because, look at it this way. In the wee hours of the morning, the night runners, they transmitted information to the presidency and judiciary. In the same wee hours of the morning, an assumption committee was constituted. In the same wee hours of the morning, Musalia Mudavadi was appointed acting cabinet secretary for interior. In the same wee hours of the morning, Mudavadi gave us a Kindiki holiday, another Kindiki or Mutusi holiday, which we didn't deserve, which we didn't ask for. Okay? And then in the same hours of the morning, all the constitutional bodies, judiciary, I don't know, IBC, which is not in existence, the KRA, they worked so hard, they worked so efficiently, supersonic speed, and they gave clearance reports to the president. In the same morning, they even negotiated with KICC to have an event. It was organized, budget was allocated, millions of shillings were allocated, and things were just rolling, okay? So, and of course the swearing in took place. Now, if the two gentlemen can be so efficient in terms of execution, there's a job that is waiting for them. But what I would say, Fred, is that now that we have a professor, and not just a professor, but a professor of law, yeah, who is going to deputize a friend who already publicly admitted that he has been lonely. He has been lonely at the top. He is now even telling us that even the 22 cabinet secretaries he has are bure. That's what he has said. That's what he has said. It is not us who has said. He has said that I'm lonely. I can't, I cannot even talk about the programs that we are rolling out because the people have a bure, kabisa. Now that he has admitted he's lonely, joined by a friend who is a professor of law.
A very loyal.
The first and very loyal friend who also swore allegiance to the president alone. He didn't talk about the Kenyan people. He never talked about you and me. He just said, I have my boss and so on and so forth. The first thing I would expect from Kithure Kindiki, because he represented Dr. William Ruto in ICC 1. he should tell him that you must run away from the things that you have been doing. If my former colleague failed to advise you, as a professor of law, I am telling you that if you don't stop this bad behavior, you are going to face ICC too. And I may not be competent to represent you. You saw what we went through. Because abductions, extrajudicial killings, murder, and so on, corruption, and what have you. These are things that Kithure, who we still think is fairly clean, will advise his friend. Things to do with high taxation that are bogging down Kenyans. We are hoping that he's not a taxman, he's just an advocate. But I think because he's sober, he'll tell his friend who has been lonely at the top that these are the things that they must address with speed, just the way they swore in the deputy president in a matter of hours. Okay, so well, I'm just praying that that Kithure will not be reporting to other people, because I think that's what Rigiji refused to do. Rigiji made it very clear that my boss is a president. So these small little boys who are around State House giving instructions that we know should be avoided at whatever cost. That Kithure Kindiki should have access to the president, not through some little proxies, some little boys who have never seen the classroom, who are advising the president and who are blocking, So I hope that the presidency will operate in a neater manner than it has operated in the last few months.
Is that what we really need, a neater presidency? Something that works seamlessly with loyalty that cannot be questioned from the deputy. Now that we have a professor, is that the only quality we can get from this?
Well, for me, loyalty is important, but just allow me to wish well Professor Kisia.